Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. So glad you could join us on this Saturday night. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, former NBA players Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony, with David Aldridge joining us courtside. We've got the San Antonio Spurs taking on the Seattle Supersonics. And a look at the starters for San Antonio. They've got Robinson, Duncan out there with Elliott. Then it's Del Negro, and it's Johnson in at the point guard position. Shot clock at 2. It's hauled in by the Sonics. We've got 1:28 left to play in the first quarter. Payton kicks to Hawkins. Nice ball movement by Seattle. Here's Cousins. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Only one thing on his mind when Cousins has the ball. In that position, he's going to finish.
Here is Elliott. Fires from deep. Sinks the triple.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Here is Hawkins. Back to Payton. Over Johnson. Cousins trying to free himself up. Payton can't get it to go.
No clue how he misfired on that shot. You don't see that from him very often.
Here's Del Negro. That shot is off. And as the Sonics taking it the other way. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. On the wing, Payton. He's guarded by Johnson. Cousins trying to free himself up. Hawkins shot good.
And a well-decorated college player, largely for his ability to fill it up from distance. Hawkins pure on that one.
Johnson outside. Del Negro with a screen on Payton. Deep 2 from Robinson. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him.
Yeah, nice defensive effort there by Cousins. He can be a two-way terror.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Sonics lead by 2. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And we're back. Good to have you with us for 2K Sports coverage of Game 6. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Seattle. Guys?
You got to credit their defense. Communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
It's been a group effort, and that's what it takes to play the kind of defense that they've played. Great showing from them.
And so Payton will bring it up for the Seattle Supersonics. Perkins out there with Johnson. Then there's Payton. Then it's Schrempf, and it's McMillan in at the 2 spot. They're the group for Seattle starting the second. And a look at the Mobile One drive. Driving right into your living room.
It's all about the ability to get 2 feet in the paint, whether it's creating for a teammate or for yourself.
Perkins against Rose. Passes to Burton. Shot clock at 6. San Antonio needs to get off a shot here. No good from Duncan. Seattle leading by 4. And here's Schrempf. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Love how selfless he is setting brick screens like this. Plays like that right there are what help create easy scoring opportunities.
Now here's Duncan. Some solid defense from Johnson.
Even though it wasn't a clear path, he knows that that's a shot he should make more oftentimes than not.
Johnson sets the screen for Payton. He kicks it to Schrempf. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. Schrempf's got 5 points so far.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, they've locked in during this stretch. If they keep it up, their lead will only continue to grow.
Here's Del Negro. Seattle able to drain the 3. Fades back. That's good, and the Supersonic lead is cut down to 7 on the bucket from Tim Duncan.
Duncan with that innate ability to shoot the basketball.
Payton with the ball. Johnson with a screen on Johnson. Gets it off, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. That'll do it for the first half. Seattle ahead. They're up by 7. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Some great postseason action in the first half of play. A healthy lead has been built.
They're in control so far because of their shot selection. Very patient, waiting to get the shots they want.
And they got some great scores over there, too. Terrific first half offensively. Checking out the circumstances for Seattle. Facing elimination. Can they even the series on their home floor? Shaq.
Are you calling the powers of Shaq Shadamas?
Yeah.
I must consult the bones, but I left them at home, Ernie.
What, are you talking about, the dominoes?
Nope.
And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
Well, it doesn't get much better than playoff basketball. Let's get back to the action here in round 1. It's been quite a game for Detlef Schrempf.
And with all the pressure he must have felt coming into this one, it didn't faze him one bit. Fantastic start.
His performance shows no sign of any nerves. Great job controlling your emotion.
Here's who Greg Popovich is starting in the second half. Johnson is out there with Del Negro. Then it's Robinson, and it's Duncan, and it's Elliott in at the small forward. The Supersonic shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. And he knocks down the first one.
And this is a guy, Shawn Kemp, all the talent in the world, could be a perennial double-double machine, just a matter of staying focused.
He's off on the second. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the San Antonio Spurs. Trailing here by 8. Here is Elliott. Duncan with a screen on Hawkins. Here's Elliott. And to get open is Robinson. Elliott the bucket. Elliott's got 5 points so far.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
Sonics leading by 6. On the wing, Payton. Covered by Johnson. Here's Hawkins. A three-pointer off the mark. Johnson against Payton. Here's Robinson. Robinson finishes in the paint.
I love watching Robinson work there in the paint. Possesses that strength and touch around the basket.
And that was another look at the fantastic Mobile One drive that happened a moment ago.
And a nice score that came from just attacking the rim. Huge play in this hotly contested game.
Payton passes to Hawkins. There's the dish to Schrempf. 6 to shoot. Excellent D that time from Robinson. Spurs trail by 4. Elliott passes to Johnson. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Duncan outside. Fades away. Off the left rim and out. Hawkins against Del Negro. Hawkins kicks to Payton. Over Johnson. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And we've reached the end of the third. Sonics lead by 4. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. A chance now to hear Greg Popovich talking to his team just moments ago.
This game is a big boy game. Physicality, toughness with the ball. And transition D is equally important. Love it. You know what you got to do.
We have to love Greg Popovich. Starts off by challenging his guys, and then gives them encouragement.
Yeah, and that's what the great coaches do. I mean, they know when to push and when to pull. How to keep guys motivated.
And we're with you again as our round one coverage continues. So with Payton on the bench, here's the group that George Karl has on the floor. Askew is out there with Perkins. Then it's Hersey Hawkins. Then it's McMillan. And it's Kemp in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So it's the Supersonics now. After the basket by San Antonio. Right side Rose. No good. That would have tied it. The Sonics leading. It's Hawkins on the wing. Kemp passes to McMillan. Hawkins, a screen on Johnson. Back to Kemp. Out of bounds. Supersonics ball as Seattle keeps possession. .104 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Burton. Johnson outside. There's the feed to Robinson. To tie it up. It falls. He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most.
Time called here. The Sonics decide to talk it over. It's tied at 13. There's 48 seconds left in the fourth quarter. For the Sonics, DeMarcus Cousins comes in for Sam Perkins. And it's Shrimp in for Askew. San Antonio also making some changes. Duncan comes in for Person. And it's Del Negro in for Burt. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, George Karl just going over the game plan with his team. And he's excited about their chances. He said, this is what we've worked for. This is where we want to be. Now it's up to us to take it. That means big plays and big shots. We'll see if they can rise to the big moment, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. There's 48 seconds left in the fourth. And there's the pass to Kemp. And Kemp with the slam!
The ultimate man-child. Kemp, one of the most flamboyant finishers in our league.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. They trail by 2. 41 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And the Supersonics making a change here. Payton's checked in. And San Antonio with the change here, too. Elliott's checked in. So it's San Antonio now. A 2-point game. Shot from 12. No good off the back of the rim. Game could be on the line right here.
It's now or never.
Pass to Hawkins. Johnson against Payton. Fade away. Money!
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
No let up with these guys. They're going for the throat now.
San Antonio calls timeout. They're down by 4. There's 21 seconds left in the game. Guys, your thoughts?
Trying to stay alive, they've got to work quickly.
Yeah, no time to waste. They basically have to execute things perfectly from here on out.
There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. To the middle. And then Robinson slams it in.
This guy is a leader both on and off the floor. Robinson embraces drilling the big-time bucket for his team.
And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And an intentional foul right there. He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Making no mistakes and putting some extra nails in the coffin right here. That pretty much did.
Duncan surveying the D. Lets the 3 fly, and the miss. So a close game sees Seattle taking this one. I think, Greg, they played with a little more of a relaxed demeanor tonight, knowing this was it, now or never.
And their season continues because of that, Kevin. How about forcing a Game 7? This is big, and it's going to be an intense battle. I cannot wait.
It'll be terrific, you're right. And that about wraps it up, folks. We hope you've enjoyed our broadcast of the NBA Western Conference quarterfinals. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you.